So in this wide shot, I never asked for Gray to actually fall off the chair. That was all him in character. And he clearly fell off. On set, everyone, the crew just went, oh, this is not going to end well for Gray. Hi, my name is Alex Milios. I'm the writer, director, co-producer and editor of The Mafia Payback. Today, we'll be taking a look and breaking down the first opening scene in the movie. Let's do it. I always like to start my films off with a bang. Literally, a bang. So, Gray is one of my actors in this scene. So, he plays a character that we're thinking to ourselves, who is he? What's he doing? So, the villain is actually portrayed by Richard McGregor, who plays Milton. And there is actually Skye. So, Skye Feldman, she plays a fantastic CIA operative that wants to take, basically they both want to take him down.
And if you had looked both ways when crossing the road, you wouldn't be here.
Edward. So you do know who I am.
So if we have a look right here, there's actually C-stands right there and right there. The reason why they're in frame is to show the geography of where the light sources are coming from.
Where is he?
Where is who?
Your boss, Antonio. Ring any bells?
Nah, no bells are ringing.
That's unfortunate. I like my suit. Obviously, you don't know my nickname.
So this punch here, we rehearse this countless amount of times to make sure we get it right from the wide angle that we had. So originally in the script, what I had was that he actually wouldn't be punching, but on the day we knew that he could actually add in those actions to build up and amp the scene up even more.
I'm getting impatient.
Wait. You want to know where the boss is?
No lies. We haven't got time to waste.
Where are they?
The Mafia? The Mafia only see you when they want to see you. They're everywhere. And yet, they're nowhere.
I've had enough of this guy.
You're making this hard for both of us.
So the characters' headspaces that I got these guys to be in was I wanted Edward to kind of feel like a psycho to these other characters because he doesn't want to, he is a very loyal character, so I wanted to make sure that he contains as much information as possible without giving anything away. This gun right here, which we see, was actually on the day, it was actually blue. So we had to, with the lighting, and when we turn the contrast up as well, it's able to blend into the scene as well. There's also, if you noticed earlier, that there's a lot of blue smoke around. That was just to amplify the scene up. Because when I tend to look at a scene from start to finish, I always think to myself, how would I perceive this on the day of filming? So there's a couple of things. So with this lighting, we actually have a lot of blue tones here. And so the blue tones reflect on how this scene goes. It's quite blue. It's not that, emotionally, it's draining. Because these characters, they want to get information out of Edward. Edward's not giving anything out. So what we're trying to do, what I thought would be best for these characters would be basically to not give a damn about what happens to Edward.
Where is Antonio?
He's already watching you, Milton.
I'm done with you.
When I came to giving Milton that look of basically terror in our eyes, I knew that I wanted to make sure that he was wearing a blue outfit to blend into the actual setting. So the blue reflects cold. So this guy, Milton, he's a very cold character. He does not give a damn about anyone. What I think is when looking at costumes, whenever you see a costume and a guy does not wear a tie, I think that he's more badass than he actually is, and that he's a lot more tougher. So when I first approached Richard about this costume, he said, what if we don't have any tie in? Because originally in the script there was meant to be a tie that he was meant to be wearing. As you can see, there's no tie. So we removed that a few days just before filming.
I'm done with you.
So in this wide shot, I never asked for Gray to actually fall off the chair. That was all him in character. And he clearly fell off. On set, everyone, the crew just went, oh, this is not going to end well for Gray. In the writing for this scene, I wasn't planning on any of this to happen. All I thought was he was going to shoot, like Olivia was going to pull the trigger and his head was going to fall to the side. That's until the second take, when after Gray fell. He said to me, Alex, why don't we make it more dramatic than it already is? Why don't I actually fall off the chair, make the bullet look like it was strong enough to take my whole body down with me? Now, there's a few things that could go wrong, such as he could hurt himself on set, which is the last thing no one wants their actor, because actors are very vulnerable on set, and they're very valuable when it comes to filming. So we kept it in. And we rehearsed a few times. We put a soft pad at the bottom of the frame that you don't actually see. This shot here where the smoke comes out of the gun was actually done by my VFX guy, Nathan Wood, which did a fantastic job with the VFX.
So what do we do now?
We are done here.
When it came to casting these two, I knew that I wanted, for the female, kind of a very feminine lady that could take anyone down that comes into her path. For the guy, I wanted someone that's built, someone that's strong, someone that literally is a hammer when it comes to taking anyone down. They're a one-punch person. When I was directing this final shot here, all I said to them was, you're finished, how do you feel? You can finally let out all your anger. And that's exactly what they gave me. So this gun where Sky pushes the gun onto Richard's chest, that wasn't originally in the script. On the day that she improvised the first take, and it looked really good, so I decided to keep it in, and we went for a few takes with that, and yeah.
So what do we do now?
We are done here.
That's basically it on me breaking down this scene. I hope you have I hope this was educational. This was a lot to take in, and a lot of my role directing this scene, I knew that this scene would either amp up the film, or it could look the way that I had it originally in the script, which wasn't as good as it is now. So I'm very thankful that, half the time the actors also think outside the box when it comes to filming, and they do things what is called improvising. Everyone knows what improvising is. And so, there's a lot of that happens here, but that's because they're all in character. So once the director sets an act up and they just go with whatever they think the character would do at that moment, that means that the actor is in character, and that means that the film is going to look 10 times better than it originally was. Anyway, that's my director's breakdown on the first scene of Mafia. I hope you've enjoyed it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.